Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Salutation and salutations to the brothers out there that are laboring and pushing this truth and in sincerity and in charity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. The Yahweh Bashim Shai's sake. To the Akwath, to the Akim, and to the Akwath, of you brothers and sisters, Adawan Ratazah, that is to say, Lord willing, hopefully by the end of this lesson, you'll be edified. This is your brother Amawan Ibad from the GMS Miami camp. Heralds of Yahweh Shai 144, back again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, to feed the lambs of Yahweh Shai, as commanded. And this lesson is going to be entitled, Oppression Makes You Mad. All right? Oppression makes you mad. All right? As we know the scriptures say. I said in the scriptures. Okay? I just came across this article real quick here. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read really the title and speak on it. All right, I have another one. Okay, I'm going to pull up real quick. So this article is from Confresa.org. All right, and both of these articles. All right, I pull up another one on Google. So let me put a quick disclaimer out there real quick. None of these articles that I'm about to read, the title, all right, I don't own any of these articles, all right, I don't have rights to any of these articles, all right, I'm not receiving any monetary gain, all right, from this. This is just for educational purposes. So my disclaimer is the Copyright Act of 1976, fair use. All right, Copyright Act of 1976 under Section 107 that gives way for commentary, criticism, things of that nature. All right, teaching, scholarships, all right, things of that nature. So again, I'm not profiting from this. This is just for educational purposes. All right, fair use. Okay, so again, this article is from Confresa.org. It says, goodbye to retirement at 67. The new age for collecting Social Security changes everything in the United States, right? So remember when retirement was 62, I think they went to 65. Now it's 66 in about 10 months, approaching 67. So it seemed like a point is going to come to move the goalposts again. And that's oppression, man. Okay? Clearly. All right? I'm not going to read too much into this. But I'll just read this portion right there. It says, for decades, 65 was more than just an age. It was an American milestone, the golden number that said, you've made it. Clocked out, collect your Social Security and start that beach life you've been picturing since your 40s. Oh my. It says, but for everyone born in 1959, that finish line just moved again. Starting in 2025, your official full retirement age, FRA, full retirement age, FRA, rises to 66 years and 10 months. See that? That's only 2 months away from 67. 67 years, man. All right? Before you could retire. The full Social Security benefits. It says, the final step before the Social Security age hits 67 for everyone born in 1960 or later. All right? So, basically, they're at the 67-year mark for you to have that full retirement age. All right? So, yeah, man, this is clearly oppression, man. All right, no one guaranteed to even live that long for you to collect Social Security. Okay, so that's oppression, man. Okay. Now, I have a next article here. I'm gonna pull up. As a matter of fact, let me get that scripture first before I get into the next article. Make sure we're interjecting some scriptures in here. Let's get that precept. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes 7th chapter. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. It says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart." Okay? I'm going to read it in the NLT version. It says, Extortion turns wise people into fools. Okay? And bribes corrupt the heart, man. All right? This is oppression, man. Okay? You got to work your whole life. 67 by 67, you up in age, man, before you could enjoy a little relaxation, get a little government supplement from all the years you've been working and paying taxes to actually finally get a little rest. You got to wait till 67, and when you look again, they ready to move the goalposts already again now too. It ain't gonna be long before they want to move the goalposts again, man. Okay, now look at this proposal, what they're coming up with now. Let's go. Let's get the next article. Right? Look at this. It says, is Donald Trump proposing a 50-year mortgage? Trump eyes 50-year mortgage in game-changing move for home buyers. It says Donald Trump proposing 50-year mortgages sparks MAGA backlash. So I seen a little bit about this on the news. All right, what's the lady name again? I forget her name. But she was saying how what's her name again, man? What's her name? I forget her name. I forget. She under the Trump administration, but I forget her name. She was saying that's how that if that was to come to fruition, a 50-year mortgage plan, only winners would be in that is the banks, man, because you would have more, you'd have longer years of paying interest rates, which is true. You'd have longer years of interest rates. All right, you ain't know if you can live 50 years to actually own your house. So that's oppressive, man. Just the thought of that. 30-year mortgage is a long time. You can imagine a 50-year mortgage, and you're gonna tell me this is not oppression, man? Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, man. Okay. You see, and when you know these things, it makes you upset. Let me see if I can find that other scripture. In Ecclesiastes, I think I speak about wise being grief. He that is wise. Bear with me here. I know it's in Ecclesiastes. Let's see if I could bear with me. See if I can locate that scripture. How is it worded again? Bear with me 1 second. Before, I think it says, bear with me, I think I'm getting close. Okay, no. What it says about much sorrow. Let me see. Bear with me. I'm gonna find this precept very quick. It's eluding me for a second here. Let's go back to Ecclesiastes. In much grief and it's much sorrow, let me see. And much, hold on. Much sorrow. I think it says. All right, that's it right there. 1 and 18. Ecclesiastes 1 and 18. I was there. But this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Verse 18, it says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." Right? It says, I'm reading the NLT, "The greater my wisdom, the greater my grief. To increase knowledge only increases sorrow." Right? So when you know that you're being oppressed, man, it vexes you, man, because you know that you're being oppressed. When you see people coming up with proposals like things like a 50-year mortgage, who's that serve? That only serve the bankers, man. That only serve the elite. That doesn't serve poor people, man. A 50-year mortgage, that's oppression, man. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. The fact that you would even think to come up with something demonic like that. Okay, a 50-year mortgage. That's bullcrap, man. That's pure oppression, man. And the scriptures tell you how, all right, they speak loftily concerning oppression, man. Look at this shit, man. What do you think about a Trump's 50-year mortgage proposal? 50 years, bro? The retirement is at 67 right now for you to retire with full Social Security. You can imagine you got to wait till you're 67 to retire and have to deal with a 50-year mortgage, man. The American dream is an American nightmare, man. We need to get out of here, man. We need the Lord to return, man. This is ridiculous. Okay? So, in closing, let me get a scripture. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Psalms, the 73rd chapter. Okay, we could read a little bit of that, and we could bring it to a close. Because this man, concerning oppression, he speak loftily, man. He don't give a damn. Okay, look what happened with the SNAP. Some of the states them start to issue the supplemental nutrition. What's the SNAP against supplemental nutrition? Supplement nutritional. Something I forget the acronym. The acronym, but I forget the terms for it. Assistance program, yeah. Supplemental nutritional assistance program. Some of the states them issue out some of those things to some of those people across certain states, and they actually try to get them to stop doing that. And meanwhile, people are hungry. That's straight oppression, man. All right? But it says, I started verse 4. So this is why they do what they do, man. Because this their rulership and they're doing what they want to do. But that's wicked. It says, for there are no, verse 4, Psalm 73 and 4 says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men. Right, see, they got money. They ain't got to worry about eating. It says, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. See, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Right, so SNAP is not going to affect them. Not having no money doesn't affect them. They have money, so that even government being shut down don't affect them. They got money. You see? Verse 8, it says, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. See, that's the point, man. They don't care about your oppression, man. They speak loftily about that. Verse 9, it says, they set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doth the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Verily I have cleansed my heart in vain, and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long I have been plagued and chastened every morning. If I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. Then understood I their end. Right, so you got to come into the sanctuary. You know that you're being oppressed, but the only thing that's going to bring you comfort is these scriptures, man, to know that the Lord is going to break the staff of the wicked, man, ultimately in the end. Okay? Verse 18, it says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation? As in a moment they are utterly consumed with terrors. As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. That's right. Thus my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I, and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. Right, so this is going to bring you the comfort, man, the scriptures. Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. Okay? So I'm going to have to end it there, Lord, willing you were edified. All right? Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. All right? And the gift destroyed the heart. But what's going to keep you stable is these scriptures, man. All right? So I'm going to end it there, giving all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Salutation and citations to the brothers out there that are laboring and pushing this truth in truth and in sincerity, and in charity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. With that, until the next time, Shalom.